Trigonometry revision question number 9. A turtle crawls for 100 meters at a true bearing of 30 degrees. So let's assume the turtle crawled at a straight line and crawled for 100 meters and stopped at the finishing line. How far is it north of the starting point? Now, this is a word problem. So, one very important part of a word problem is try to make some illustrations. Without illustrations, it will be very difficult to answer the question. So, let's make our directions. That's your north, south, east, west. Now, the turtle crawled at a true bearing of 30 degrees. So that means from north, 30 degrees towards east. So that's about approximately 30 degrees. And it went for 100 meters. So 100 meters. And that's the finishing point. The question is, how far is it north of the starting point? So that's the starting point. How far is it north of the starting point? So what we get over here is a right angle triangle. We are able to derive a right angle triangle. So that's the starting point, point O. And let's say that point is like point X or point Y. This is the finishing line. It's a finishing point. So, and let's say that is point X. So we're finding the distance OX, that distance over there. So we've got the angle over here and we've got the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is 100 meters. We are finding the opposite side or the adjacent side. Opposite side is this. We're not finding that. We are finding the adjacent side, right? So let's call it the distance. How far? How far distance is it from the starting point north, from O to point X? So we have got the hypotenuse and we have got the adjacent side. This is the hypotenuse and this is the adjacent side. Between sine, cosine and tangent, so toa, between sine, cosine and tangent, which one of them is the best to solve this question? AH, cosine. So CAH means cosine of the angle theta will be equal to adjacent over the hypotenuse. The angle is 30 degrees. So cosine of the angle 30 degrees will be equal to adjacent, which is, we've labeled that as D. You could label that as any alphabet or A itself, divided by the hypotenuse, which is 100 meters. So if cosine of 30 degrees is equal to D over 100, the 100 comes to this side and multiplies. So the value of D will be equal to 100 times the cosine of 30 degrees. And surely we have to use the calculator for this. So on the calculator, 100 multiplied by, press the cosine button, 100 multiplied by the cosine of 30 degrees, so just 30, 100 multiplied by cosine of 30, and then you press the equal, and we get 86.60. The third digit is 2, which is a number that is less than 5, so we don't have to increase the value of the second decimal place. So giving our answer to 2 decimal place, 86.60. 86.60, and not forgetting the meters. So the turtle is 86.60 meters north of the starting point. However, its finishing point is over here, but that's how much north it has traveled. So I hope you've learned about solving word problems of sine, cosine and tangent by following this question. Thanks for watching.